What's good, YouTube? It's the Life of Us. It's Lon.
And G.
We are back again with another episode. Let's clap it up.
This is episode.
Yeah, that's a good question. Hold on,
It gotta be like
It was
6, 7?
7.
Yeah.
6, 7, 6.
Clap it
seven,
up
six.
together. That's like
What
2
am I
months
saying?
strong.
That's
The last one is two.
episode 7.
No, this is
That's
well,
yeah.
episode 7.
Give it
So
up, give it up. That's
last
consistency
week,
right there.
yeah, we posted every single
So,
Monday. for
That
the
is
past-
hard. I'm not
about
even
2
posting once a week is hard.
I'm about to say, yeah.
I know that from even thinking.
let
about
alone a
trying to
podcast
post.
that
he
takes.
does all the hard work.
You just show up.
I just show up. I just be here.
Yeah, that is dedication.
How long does it
because-
take you to edit these?
So, really,
Like you gonna go home and edit this tonight?
yeah, I'm gonna start on it tonight and then finish it second period. Cause the first 3 weeks, I posted every single Monday at 9 a.m. on the dot. But then a lot of the episodes of the basketball, it was hard to film on the
Right.
weekend. We kind of want to have a day to myself because it's just basketball. So we would film the episodes on Sunday. By the time I get home, you know what I mean. So after the first 3 episodes, I would post just Monday flat. So as long as it's Monday before midnight, that's still Monday.
Right.
So I'm gonna start
It'll come.
and then finish the rest in the morning in my first period class, or my second period class, my first class of the day there. But really, it's not like a regular YouTube video where you gotta go through and you gotta add cuts and stuff like that. Like obviously, I add the cuts like when the first segment, third segment, the outro. But it's really you gotta go through. Like when I get home, the first part of this, I'm just gonna watch it back, and I just sit there and just make sure there's no, you know what I mean.
You shoot for like an
Something-
hour.
Yeah. So I mean,
That sucks.
yeah, I mean it varies on some episodes. So like, say if we sitting here right now, and there's at no point where maybe like Sunday barks, I might not even have to look at the first part, and we'll be cool. But there's sometimes like the first ever episode that we filmed, her mom came in.
Oh my god.
Like a random time, she knew it was from the
Oh
video.
my God.
I had to go
That
back,
was
and
the
I didn't
worst
remember
video ever.
when she
Oh
walked
my
in, so it was like I had to go through
She's a
and
creep.
sit there until she came, and I had to cut that out. And in my first ever episode, I didn't really know what to put like for a cut if something like that happened. So it was just, but I mean, it all varies. But I'm kind of getting used to it now because of the mixture of like on my channel, the regular YouTube videos, or like how last week we didn't do a podcast, we did a regular YouTube video. So I'm getting better and better at editing, but I really want to take it to the next level. I was at Dot Camera today, looking at a Sony camera. So I'm with Canon now, so I want to switch over to Sony and do like a more cinematic type of podcast, in a sense. But and the
What you mean by-
thumbnails do take a minute too.
What you mean by cinematic?
So it's this thing called S-Log. So it's basically, you may have seen, you ever seen like a video where like the colors look real nice? Like,
Older, like.
yes.
I know what you're talking about.
But
When
you know what I mean? Like them colors just look like, dang,
you look
that's
at
not
it
the
and you
camera.
on some whoa.
Yeah, so they
That's
shoot
like,
that.
It look like like it's people in the TV. Or,
Right.
Those
Yeah.
cameras are nice.
So like if you look at the camera now, you see how, you can see the red, right?
Yeah.
You can see her green. Now, if you shoot an S-Log, we gonna look at it, and this is gonna look like a gray. That's gonna look like a white. You know what I mean? It takes basically S-Log. It takes all the colors away. So then, when you go back in the post editing, you take it into your software. You could do whatever with the colors.
Whoa.
And then there's these things called LUTs. It's kind of like how with pictures they got these things called presets. So instead of you editing, you just add it on. I would either purchase LUTs or have some LUTs of my own that I got like a year ago, and you just put the LUT on it, like a cinematic 1, cinematic 2, cinematic 3, cinematic 4. You're just these different type of LUTs you'll put on it, and the colors will look crazy. So that's really what I want for it. And I just feel like a lot of people don't have like cinematic type videos and podcasts. Cinematic is more like a storytelling. In a sense, so that's really what I want to get into. So
That's insane. You want to know something? Growing up, people are like people older than us, like Hank and Sahara.
right,
They would make fun of people that didn't go outside
right,
and that's behind the computer, like playing video games or like
And now
always on
look at
social
it.
media. Them people is making cheese right now.
literally.
Cause anything you just said, you said some terms and words I have no clue what the heck they
Right.
are. Did you say LUT?
LUT.
LUT?
LUT.
I have no
all
idea
caps
what that
and
is.
the S is lowercase.
I have no idea what that is.
It's like
It's
a filter.
yes. So a way a filter work, you don't make
Oh,
the
you can just
filter.
press it
You just
on.
apply it on. So that's what a
To your
LUT
picture.
is. You don't do nothing. It's already set. You just add it
your-
onto the video.
On your camera.
No. A LUT is on your computer, your editing software.
Oh, and like
so
you
you'll
press a
add it
button
in.
and it goes into all your photos.
Like a filter, you take a picture on
It's
your
on there.
phone, you take it on Instagram, you swipe over, and it's a filter on there. You didn't do anything, it just adds on.
Is that how we're gonna be on the Sony? Like when you take the picture, it's gonna be that color?
When I take the picture, it'll look bland, basically.
Like wait, what? Like this?
No, it's not
It's
gonna
gonna
look like
look
it.
how you want it to look.
No.
Oh.
It's
Oh,
not
it's
gonna look
gonna
how I
look
wanna look. Yeah. It's gonna look real bland. It's not gonna look how I wanna look until I take it to the editing software. See, the thing is,
Videos that we were watching.
right. I think so. That's the thing. The one I had sent you, they didn't film that on Xlog. That's the thing. So I'll have the option. It's just for if I want a video that's more cinematic and I really want to
You can
touch
make
the
it.
colors up, I'll switch the option. There's an option you just turn on Xlog. I could turn it off
On
and
the
it'll look
picture-
like
I mean,
this.
on the-
Right on the camera, it'll look like this. But so that's in the sense. But we can go ahead and get into the real intro. That means it's gonna be a good episode if we can talk like that right off the bat. But go ahead and introduce yourself a little bit.
I'm Cam. I'm London's brother, older brother, if you can't tell.
Yeah,
But you don't think we look alike?
We look more
Maybe
alike
your
when I was
style.
younger.
Maybe
When I
your
was
style.
younger, I think is when
Yeah.
we resemble the most.
A picture? Oh, you want to see a picture?
a little bit.
Let's
You,
see.
you gotta
I think
see.
Mason was like.
You know, Cam had hair.
Yeah, back in the day.
Why would you just say it like
No,
that?
I'm talking about like
Let's
not
see.
even no low cut. Like Cam had a like.
Let's see.
In your
I had the
terms,
nappy
I guess
fro,
somebody
like-
say he had an afro,
That's
but
when
like
the nappy
sponge
froze
type.
was like
That's what
at
it looked
first like
yeah.
started. And these
I
picture,
know what
the
you
picture quality is terrible.
Yeah.
Like this probably was taken with like an iPhone 5 maybe. That's when we resembled more. When I was younger,
Oh yeah.
That boy
Yeah.
Cam
Oh,
was.
I
yeah.
was
You
like
guys look alike.
much smaller.
That man
I was
Cam
like
was the
prime-
lightest, dark skin, the light skin,
I was prime.
I was proud Cam,
Yeah, that was prime Cam right there.
and that
I-
boy was slim too.
What was that? Was that high school?
Yeah, that was probably that had to be either
Tim,
junior or senior year
Tim,
because I had my car already.
okay. What was your first car?
A 2002 Monte Carlo,
The red one.
all red. Yeah, a Monte Carlo.
That was.
I got stopped
Was that
so
what-
many
was that the
times
one
in
with
that
the
car
speakers?
just because. Yeah, I got the speakers. I had some false gates in there.
Wait,
Two 12s.
Oh,
No, those speakers actually got stolen. That's another story. They got stolen when I lived in Cincinnati. They stole my entire car and stripped it.
Okay, so I think this is gonna be a very long episode because I got some stories.
Wait, what
I got
about
some stories that I
the
want to hear.
speaker that you used to take out your car?
That I took out of my car?
You said I used to put a speaker in the car. You take it off.
That's-
radio?
Okay, that's the first story I want you to talk about.
The radio.
Actually, okay, go ahead. No, yeah, start on the radio. So I know you remember when we used to go to that. I think one of the first times I rode in that car with you, when we went to that shaker. Remember they had the radio store.
Lewis Electronics. It's famous. It's right there. Well, it's not famous. That's where
So
everybody.
tell us the
was in it.
story. So back then, wasn't it like not a trend, but it was normal to get like radios and stuff like that stolen, right?
Yeah.
So tell us the story on how that radio got stolen.
Out of my Jeep.
Also, okay, yeah.
So
That was
I had
like-
went to Atlanta. I forgot who I went with and what it was for. I think I went with Hank.
Okay.
We had drove down to Atlanta and I had just got back. Hank had dropped me off at the crib I lived with. This is when I was living with Meech and Drew.
Right.
But we was like outer city. It's like low key. It was definitely the hood.
Uh-huh.
But we was college kids, so it really didn't matter. So I had took a nap. He dropped me off after we literally just got back in town. He dropped me off. I took a nap. Woke up at like 8, 9 o'clock. Was hungry. So I'm like, let me slide to Penn Station up the street. Grab me a sandwich. Oh, this is the wrong story. But I'm gonna tell this one first. That Jeep got a lot of stories. I'm gonna tell this one first. So I go head out the house, walk in the car. I get in the car, and as I hop in the car with my Jeep, I don't know what was wrong with it, but when I lock it, it wouldn't work. Like you had to lock it from the inside of the car. So 9 times out of 10, I would never.
How'd you get out?
What you mean?
If you locked it from the inside.
I'll use the key to open the door.
From the inside?
From the outside. From the inside, you could press the button.
You said like you lock it before you get out.
Yeah, like the remote button, it didn't work. So I had to either manually lock it or lock it from the inside and close it.
Because that one was the type of car where like you can push the thing down, right?
Yeah,
right.
it's old.
So you would just push it down. You never see it?
Those.
Yeah, you just push it down before you get out.
So I hop in the car, and I look to my right, and I kept all my my register, my car register, whatever, the pink slips and everything in the glove compartment. And it looked like everything from my glove compartment was on my passenger seat. So I'm looking, I'm confused. I'm like, what the heck? So I'm like, whatever. So I put the key in the car and start it, and I look in my rearview mirror, and it's a person in my back seat.
No.
I swear to God.
You were in the car.
I was in the car.
And that's so scary. That's like a scary.
That's like your worst. Every time I get in the car now, I gotta.
I would probably poop my pants, man.
Man, I was terrified.
Wait, you were in the car.
Yes. So I let's look, and he is clearly a crackhead because we got him everywhere around there. He froze. He's sitting there, and he just froze. Like if he froze, I wouldn't see him. I said, "Hey, what the fuck is you doing in my car?" I was like, so, and then this is the funniest part. This is the funniest part.
What did you do?
He started mimicking my moves.
Oh no!
So I open the door. He opened the door. I step out. He step out.
Oh no!
So I start walking to the back of the car, and he start like low-key trotting, and then he took off, and he went crackhead speed. Like he was moving his arms crazy. Shirt fluffed out because of the air, bro.
Man, I would have chased him down.
I started screaming. I screamed for Meech and Drew because Meech room right here, like it's on the street, and then Drew is right there. I wasn't about to fight no crackhead by myself.
No.
So I screamed for Meech and Drew. These niggas never even woke up, so they didn't come outside. So I was like, fuck it. I hopped in the car, like you said, tried to chase him down, but the way it was where I lived, it was like on hills, and like every street was like a dip, and I guess he like cut through the houses and went down.
Wait, so this
hills.
was in Cincinnati?
Yeah, this was in Cincinnati.
No, not that area.
Yeah, and I'm talking about this was a pretty bad area of Cincinnati, but
that area was.
That's when I got it broken into a crackhead in the back. When I got it stolen, we had threw a party at my boy Jared's house, and during the party, I was clearly geeked. Because I must have dropped my keys out of my pocket. So, and I figured all this out once I had to call my insurance people, and they will send out an investigator. And the insurance person got the investigator. There was video footage of it and everything. It's insane. It was somebody invited. One thing about our parties, we really like strayed away from inviting local people to our college parties because they usually ruin it by fights or doing some fried shit like stealing somebody's car from the party. Like we usually try to only invite our friends to our parties. Right. But I guess one of our friends invited his local friends, and it's on camera. They took my keys, walked out the party, hopped in the car. Well, they found it by using, you know how you press it and you can find the alarm will go off? Yeah. They found it because I parked on the street, found the car. He hopped in my car, and then they drove off. He let his boy out in the front of the building to get in his car, and they drove off. My car was gone for 28 days. The insurance people said if they don't find it in 30 days, we'll give you the Kelly Blue Book value of your car. I was low-key cool because it was a bucket, and I could have got more than what it was worth because they couldn't have tell me what I had on the car, so I could have fudged the numbers and whatever and got more than what it was worth and just got a new car. Day 28, the cops called me. They found the car. It was stripped. I had 212 and speakers, bass speakers in the trunk, 2 amps. My radio. I had to ride around with my phone in a cup for like a week or two till I had to get money to get a new radio. Yeah. They completely stripped the car. It was insane.
Wow.
Took the radio out.
Okay, but
Took
what
the
happened?
radio. Oh, I got the car. They just gave me the police. I
Did
actually
you
had
get
to
anything
pay
fixed?
to get my car back. No, because the type of insurance I had, it was wasn't full coverage. It was just liability. So I literally just had to ride in a bucket for like another. I probably didn't get the Toyota I got now until like 6 months after this.
Yeah, I would have drove that.
It was rough.
Like,
Yeah, pretty much I should have.
hit it.
But I even had to pay like $400 to get it back because
Oh,
they
we would've been
impounded.
walking.
They found my car like 30-40 minutes away from actually Cincinnati. It was in like Mason, Ohio, which is like kind of like Strongville maybe to Cleveland. And they impounded it. And they brought it back to Cincinnati and impounded it so I can go get it. I had to pay like $400 because I had parking tickets before they gave it back to me. And that Jeep at that time probably was only worth like $800. When I turned that Jeep in, the dude at the dealership, my car had 220,000 miles on it. And he said somebody rolled it back at 200,000 miles. So I put it, well, me and whoever had it before me put an additional 200,000 miles on this car. Supposedly. That's what he told me. Yeah. I got like $500 when I traded it in for that Toyota. And he didn't want to even do that. But I told him I got to get something out of it.
500 is crazy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, man. I had some buckets. But after I got the Toyota, I ain't had no issues.
We would have been walking.
Nah, that's...
Bro, with those two cars, I taught myself how to change oil. Well, not change oil, top off oil. Change a battery and change a tire.
But wasn't like the car... Not valuable. It was like the car market like different back then though, a little bit.
Yeah, it was cheaper. Everything was cheaper.
Cheaper.
It made me seem old, but
I wish
a $2,000 car was a pretty decent car back then. Like it was a good used car.
I wish.
No way you getting that for real today.
No, you're cooked.
Yeah, and I only needed the point of a $2,000 used car is to get 2-3 years out of it. You know, it's not supposed to last you forever. Right. It's supposed to get you to point A to point B for that time being. But,
that's why.
Yeah, that's one story right there. Well, that's two. That was just the Jeep. Insane. One time.
Well, me and that friend would have had some issues.
What friend?
For inviting them.
Oh yeah. I was salty. I was very salty, but I mean,
I know somebody who like seen some shoes at a party and seen some shoes, the black and yellow Jordans.
Mm-hmm.
Seen them and just took them, and then they was sitting in my
black
closet
and yellow Jordans
for a long time, and they were just sitting at the top. And I'm like, "Where'd you get those from?" And I was like, "Oh, a party." So somebody went home with no shoes.
What? That's insane.
He stole them.
That's
He
crazy.
was with people, and they were looking at the shoe. Come on, you don't know this? They were sitting at the top of my closet.
Nah,
Coat closet. For so long, and I'm like,
story. I know. You're not talking about the black cats, are you?
I am. Oh, maybe they weren't
The
yellow.
mother say
The Black Cat 4s?
yeah. So this was before the market. This is before the market was crazy.
Went up for them.
And he said they sold them like for like $5. You know they going for like $1 plus now.
I'd be sick if somebody sold my Black Cat 4s.
No shoes that night. Yeah, that was crazy. And like you just have the courage to just dang, they're nice and take them.
Shoot.
I would have took them back.
Well, if it was in today's world, I'm sorry, but I'm taking somebody black cats too. This is today's world. Well, back then,
take them off.
That's like a $3,000 flip.
bro. Think about it, you getting it for the ski.
They not even that hard to me. It's an all black Jordan 4.
They not. Back in the day, I would say no because the way I was getting shoes, it was like, you know what I mean? If I was paying for it myself,
I don't think
when I pay for it, I don't got nothing else left, really.
I got so many shoes that I actually would put before some Black Cat 4s.
I would too.
About those kind of shoes
today, that would be, if they were retail, I would get them only because that's just the type of shoes. I'm not into them type of shoes. Like a shoe like that,
like
I would wear just the all black. Oh. Like back in the day, I wasn't really, but a shoe that I can wear and not really care about getting too dirty, but at the same time, I would get them. But I I don't know what it is. I'm not really into fours like that no more. Besides the older ones.
like fours.
The cement fours, the
Mostly
bread
the
fours.
OGs, yeah.
But the new ones, I don't like them no more. I just think Jordans.
It's sad, but now is the time to buy Jordans because the market down. It's always. I feel like they always gonna go back up because it's always trended like that.
It's just like, I don't know.
It's so easy to get J's right now.
Yeah. That's why I'm like, the only pair
Those kind of shoes are
only
not
pair of
cheap.
Jordans I got is the shattered backboard ones. The
You got rid of
3.0s.
everything else,
Yeah, everything else I got rid of. Everything. And I kind
bro.
of
Did
regret.
he tell you? Did
getting
he
them
tell
away
you what I
now
did
with
for
the
those?
price.
You tell you he made me go to the hood and make a trade with some random dude at like 11 at night, and he was trying to be my friend for like a
No,
week.
it was just
he was just.
I paid. It was 2 pairs of Jordans.
Yeah,
it was
what we give up?
Some shoes that
We
were
gave
worth
those
nothing.
the green ones that I got. We both had
I
those.
kind of regret that.
Yeah,
but
I
it
love
wasn't
them.
my size
Not a
though.
regret though.
Yeah, you grew out of them by
It
the
wasn't my size. They were like
I already had
they
them.
were like
Sad.
11.
Yeah.
But what do they look like? What are they?
They were just black and
It's
green.
the pine green ones.
Y'all are saying these shoes to me like I know.
Just think of the red on your what's the ones you got?
The Jordan?
Yeah,
The crack looking one?
what's the red
The black one and white?
the only one
they
the only
come
pair of
dirty.
ones.
Right.
Yeah, the
I could have 2 pairs.
not the trophy, the lost and found. Think of where the lost and found, like where the red is at. That's
the
green. And then the rest is black. It was
Those
so
were nice.
hard, but I couldn't fit them, so it was kind of.
And they came with the black and red laces.
If I would have waited a couple months to a year, I could have sold them, got the money, and just bought them a new pair of my size. But in the time, I couldn't really. The market wasn't. Yeah, them a 12. It wasn't like they had StockX and Go, but it wasn't kind of like how it is now, where you
When
can
was
just.
this? Because you was wearing size 12 years ago. You just got the
This
This is when I
was
first
still
grew
living
up.
there.
Yeah, this is when I
So this
first.
had to be like 2020, 2021.
So you were just like, let me keep these, but when I can't fit them.
No, this is like when I literally first got into a 12.
Oh.
Like literally first. I think that was one of the first pair of size 12 shoes I had. And then I think it was an offer up. And I'm like, can I go with Cam? She was like, no, you're not. You're not going this late.
she was
I was like,
dead.
ask your brother. Cam went right up and got him.
You asked me, I was like, all right.
I think I woke up the next morning like, did you get him? He was
Oh,
like,
you
yeah.
went to sleep?
I was sorry.
It was at like 12 at night.
He was like, did you
They
get
wanted
him? I
to do
put
this
him on. I
deal.
was
I'm like,
like,
are y'all-
late.
I think it was on
a scam?
offer up, wasn't it?
no, it wasn't a scam. Yeah, it was an offer up.
He
It's
ran
just,
downstairs. He was like, "Did you see the guy?" Because we both had the offer up. We was both logged in. Did you see the guy? Should I do it? I said I would for the shattered backboards. I would.
it was like, can you be right now?
Always been my most wanted pair of
Like,
tennis
right
shoes.
now?
As a girl, I
Them
never
hard.
really wear tennis shoes
Them hard.
outside of like.
Yeah.
All 3 of them. People try to get the threes some like backlash, but I think the threes is harder than the other 2 for real.
What's the 3?
Like it's the shattered backboard ones.
They got the
twos,
ones. Hey, I've been
different
really
releases.
messing with the ones. The twos is cool. It's just
Yeah.
I don't know how many fits out here. The threes is
The threes, they got
different, though.
the A's sole,
Yeah, it's like-
where it's like a
them
little
different.
Yeah,
And
they
you
hard.
got the what?
I got the threes
Mm-hmm.
with the
shine.
the
like
sole
the
already
leather.
comes. The soles already come kind of like not dirty, but like
Aged.
aged.
It
like
was.
that.
It's like
I like
that.
the color on the
Yeah,
bottom.
the
Wait,
cream
is that
color.
the same shoe that I have? Just a different color? Like, is that the point?
No,
Somebody
not
tell you
really.
more.
Probably Makila. I kind
I feel
of
like I
already
was-
asked the other one, so you can ask the first question. I guess this is the first question we
We
did.
don't really need this. Sorry. Okay. So where'd you go to school? Well, what do you do?
I work for a broker dealer. Well, the broker dealer would be PNC Investments, and I work for the operations part of the organization, and I'm a work lead. So I got like people
A
that
team?
yeah, I have a team of 10 people. No, 10 people that report up to me. I'm like their supervisor. If you just call it that. Yeah, I got promoted like 6 months ago. This was my second promotion.
Oh,
It's weird. The people that I'm in charge of, I call them like they like aunties. They like I'm the youngest person on my team actually.
It's always like that.
All of them are older than me. I was surprised to learn that.
That's nice. Okay, well, what do you do in your free time?
Free time,
Yeah, this
If I'm
is
not
what
watching
I
my
want to get
son-
into. I like this.
I love animals. So this is like therapeutic to me. I got my fish tanks in my mini pond.
They
I
can't
got
see.
the one in there that holds my breeding pair of jaguar African cichlids.
But
Then
they
I
eat
got
them.
Huh?
They eat them.
They eat what?
They're kids. I heard that they eat
Oh
them.
yeah. They had multiple batches of kids, but if I don't take them out
How about I say?
and put them in their own tank, they're either gonna eat them or get sucked up in the filtration and die. That tank is too big, too much of a flow for them.
Well, have you taken them out before?
I can. I got another tank, but I'm at my tank max. My fiance said I can't put up any more tanks. That's why I got rid of the one that was right there.
No, she didn't.
Yeah.
No, she
That's
didn't.
why I need a new house because I
You want your own room.
This is
it
like
would be
small scale.
So nice to
like
have a room.
in the future, I want that one to be my smallest tank. That's 125
Oh my-
gallons.
All right, y'all. That was already 30 minutes. That's crazy. But we are in a segment too. This might be one of the longest episodes yet, because this is very, very. Yeah, we didn't ask no question. This is very interesting. So this might be the best episode yet. So let's hop right back into it.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, so I can work for you.
I actually went to school for a year and a half for animal biology at the University of Miami at Oxford, but I stopped because I had Mason. It was too much. It was definitely a great program. It was raw because I got to go to, and like our classes, like it was an online program, so I never really had to go down to Miami, which is down there by Cincy, but our classes would be held at the like Cleveland Zoo. So like for one time it was like I had to call off of work for a full week because it was a full week of us just at the zoo doing stuff at the zoo. We got to go behind the scenes. It was so dope.
That is so
And
freaking cool.
I'm pushing myself to go back, but right now we say it's Mike's turn.
Yeah.
Now that she's in law school, so I still have an opportunity to go back. So when she's done, I probably will go back and finish because I only have probably like a year and a half until I can finish.
That's
And I was supposed
so
to go
cool.
over to. I wanted to go to the Galapagos Island. They do like the study abroad.
Yeah.
And I would go in the summer for like 2-3 weeks. I would go to Galapagos Island and like, what is it? Volunteer with the local conservation society. You should actually look into it. It's a raw program. It's really dope. But
We can talk about
even
that
though
after.
I still plan on. I tell Mike like when we move out of here, even if the next house isn't it, I want a homestead. Like I want land. Like I don't really care about a house. It can be
Land.
a 2-bedroom, 1-bedroom, or a
Yes.
2-bedroom, 1-bathroom house, and I'll build onto it.
That is so
But I
nice.
want at a minimum 10 acres of land. Cause like I said, this is small scale. Like everything in here needs an upgrade eventually. They'll need an upgrade. The turtles definitely gonna need an upgrade. Even this fish in here, like that's a bala shark. A bala shark can get like
Wow.
3 feet long. So everything
Wow.
in here, I expect to upgrade. So definitely will be more coming with that. But that's
so
what I do on my free time. Y'all walked in one time when it looked
Yeah.
like chaos and stressful, but like when I was done, it's like therapeutic. I was
I
happy
love
as hell.
animals. They're so
Yes, me too.
sweet. Like they're so like to me they're so human. Like
Yeah.
their emotions and feelings.
It's
just,
the innocence.
And they just like I sometimes when I yell at my dog, I just think like he's like human. Like he's like me. Like I just love animals. I want like part of me wants to be like a city girl, but also wait, not like that, but like living in a city, like in an apartment, like like New York. But that other part of me wants like land, horses, like cows and stuff. Yeah, I love animals. Like they have my heart.
I got weird goals now. That's one of my goals. My daughter has to have a pony. When I have a daughter, she has to have a pony.
Did you just say ponies are real?
Yeah. Like ponies are like the white things, right?
No, they're just a miniature horse.
You talking about a unicorn?
Yeah.
Wait, hold on.
Oh man.
Hold on.
Oh man.
You need some knowledge.
The ponies are.
You know, I just seen a TikTok of
Ponies are like
an
the wild-
island that has like an island just of ponies. Free roaming ponies.
They got islands full of everything. They got the island with pigs, the island with iguanas, the island
Yes,
with snakes.
I want to go so bad. The snakes, that's super cool.
We actually should have went when we went to the Bahamas. They raw.
They
pigs.
just
This
spit?
this gonna sound raw, but they look like designer pigs, and they live on the beach, bro. They will
Just-
come to you on the
I
water.
always see them all. You
Like,
never
I
seen
don't
that
know-
TikTok? Shucks.
why I didn't do it. I'm salty. We didn't. I feel like we didn't do the Bahamas right. Like we got to do the Bahamas again because I seen a lot of stuff about the Bahamas like that we did not do. But then again, we was on a cruise and we only had like not even a full day there. But still,
I just want to go somewhere, volunteer, work with all type of land animals and the water.
we gotta go to
I love
Africa.
the water. That is probably like that's like my dream. Like I was literally just talking to my mom's friend. She went. Where did she go? To Ghana, and she has. I think it's got To Attain Healing. Mm-hmm. And she's like always on like a spiritual journey and stuff. And she adopted a village. And I didn't even know you could do that.
Adopted a village, not a kid, a village.
And she went out there for about a month, and she told me that I could come visit, and volunteer out there.
That'd be fun.
It was
that'd be dope.
Super super cool. Africa is probably
like
the top thing on my bucket list. Also to swim with whale sharks.
Whale sharks. That's a big fish.
They're so pretty. They're like so beautiful. You said no?
I said I like to swim, but not with them.
I want to swim
with sharks. Hey, that saltwater something
Super
different
bad.
though. I'm just gonna warn you on that. That saltwater something
I
different.
ain't never been in no saltwater.
That's saltwater. Where do we go? The DR. Oh my gosh.
I've never been.
I got a
though,
video.
so I can just
You know
only
Brooklyn,
imagine.
my Keela's sister, bro. She was. If it wasn't for me, she probably would have been drowning. Somebody would have had to save her. Like,
the only reason why I was cool.
The salt water do something. You can't open your eyes. You can't get it in your eyes. You can't, like, get it in your mouth or you'll, like, freak out. It's, like, that bad.
It's like, when you get in a normal pool, you kind of just jump in, right?
Mm-hmm.
You don't really, you just kind of.
But you was like.
I think somebody jumped in before me in the sea, in the salt water. So I was cool. So when I got in, I even tried to. You know what I mean? And it's like a sourness.
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain it.
Bad.
If you think you can swim, go try to go swim in some salt water.
Salt water different.
You'll really see.
You'll have to relearn how to swim.
Yeah, no, it's because you gotta not breathe different, but
you gotta
move. You gotta move different
because
because
fresh water. It's gonna
cool.
mess you all the way up. Your eyes ain't used to it. Your taste, that salinity level is insane.
Cool. Don't lick your lips after that. You're cooked.
Bro, you gonna walk out and it's gonna be salt all over your body.
Cool. But what did you go to school for originally?
No, pause really quick. What's the animal that you want to work with the most?
I gotta say my favorite animal, which is an orca, killer whale. Mm-hmm. They are. I feel like that's Earth's apex predator. There's nothing. A killer whale is taking out big. I just seen an article that big white sharks. Killer whales are killing big white sharks to the point where they're no longer like located in the area. I think it was like in South Africa. And they eat them kill them just for their liver. Their liver is high in like nutrients and protein. So they'll kill them, eat the liver, and then just leave the rest of the body for other animals to eat.
I can agree with how I think it's cool with how like they actually like go about with hunting and stuff, and they all
it's
come
a
together
pack,
and
it's strategy, strategy.
That is really cool. Like
very smart animals.
Smart.
Yeah,
that is super cool to me.
That's why I will never. I'm a huge animal person, but I will never go to a SeaWorld. And I don't associate SeaWorlds with zoos because I've been, like I said, behind scenes at zoos. And I've seen how accredited, I forgot what it's like AZA accredited zoos are, and I'm okay with how they treat their animals. It's like it's the best way you can give an animal to live in captivity. Yeah. But SeaWorlds, nah. There's no way an animal that big should be in captivity.
Yeah, right.
There's no way.
I always watch the because something I've always wanted to do is go behind the scenes in a zoo. So I always watch the videos or the episodes on like Disney Plus. Mm-hmm. Have you ever watched those? Yeah. I watched all of them, all the zoos.
I watched all of those like when they came on like TV. The Critter Fixers, Dr. Pole.
Yeah. Me and you used to watch them all the time when we first not first moved here, but like before. I was like 9th, 10th. I kind of wanted to be. Remember, I used to walk here after school sometimes. Like that's back before I was driving.
I like dogs and stuff. Like,
we used to watch them all the time.
Mm-hmm. I want to work with like exotic animals.
Yeah,
like if I were like, I want a tiger. Like that just like adrenaline. Like I want to Dogs and stuff is cool, but it's not exotic.
I feel it. I'm the same way.
So what did you originally go, like? So yeah, what did you go to when you were at Cincinnati? What did you go to school for?
I got my degree in. Well, I originally, let's start at the beginning. I started as kind of undecided, but like my path was supposed to be marketing. But once I started taking a few marketing classes, I saw that it wasn't really my interest. So I went undecided again for like another year. And they had this new program at UC called Organizational Leadership. And when I talked to my advisor, she thought it would be a good fit. It's like leaning on the side of business, but more on the side of like management style. Low key, at first I thought the field I'm in now was like nowhere close to what I was got my undergrad degree in, but it turns out to be, which I got my bachelor's in organizational leadership with a minor in business administration. So it fits in kind of perfectly with what I do now.
So when did you know like you were into animals and stuff like that? Like how did you get into them?
Since I was a kid, the first thing I used to do when I woke up before school, first of all, it was no issue with mommy waking me up because I'll wake up,
Right.
turn on the TV, and either Steve Irwin, the Crocodile Hunter, or what was it? It was Joe something. It was another Animal Planet guy that I used to wake up in the morning and watch their shows. And like I'll probably be up before everybody, and then I'll watch my show, and then I start getting ready. Ever since then, and then I always wanted pets, but you know your mom wasn't going for it. That's why I'm so into fish now. This is all I could have.
No pets.
And then I always wanted a dog, and I consider Sunday somewhat my first dog, but technically she not mine.
I think that's why I wouldn't say we.
Dog.
I don't got say so over Sunday. That is my kid. That was
What do
my
you
Keela's
mean?
dog before. No, we was together when she got Sunday, but still, like it was her purchase, her dog type.
She bought it?
Yeah, well,
Sunday.
her and her parents. It was like a thing with her parents. Like they
But
got
she
two
lives
dogs.
here in your house.
Yeah, and I take care of her.
Oh, right.
She don't take care of her
I thought
dog.
she was really yours.
Yeah, she is.
That's your dog. Bear became my dog. I didn't buy it. I didn't buy him. He wasn't mine at first.
Sunday would not be here if it wasn't for me.
See, same.
Not like dead,
No,
but she'll just
they
be at her
have
parents'
people
house.
be dead and bored and miserable.
And speaking of Sunday, she heard her name.
Sunday is coming in right now.
She loves me.
You're so. What are you doing?
Can we get her in the camera?
I don't know how.
I know she's heavy.
I'm not responsible for any hair that gets on
Yeah,
anybody.
it's already on me right now.
Yeah.
Y'all should see my socks right now. My black socks are covered in.
Can I see her?
Yeah.
Say hi, Sunday.
She's pissed.
I saw you.
I wish we could have dogs back when we were younger. That's why
But you
I'm not gonna
wanted
say.
dogs when you were younger?
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
We should have definitely had a dog.
I've never like.
And mommy
had
is
a dog.
insane for thinking that I would not take care of no dog when I was younger. I would have been obsessed with a dog.
I've had a dog probably. I thought she was really. I've had a dog every day. I mean, like growing up.
Your
I've
whole
never
life?
I've never not had a dog.
I had some bad experiences with dogs. So my dad had a couple dogs. Then he got divorced, had to get rid of it. One started having seizures, had to get rid of it.
Oh,
Yeah, and those dogs, I never had one for like more than 3 months,
let me see.
except for Sunday.
Let me see. My parents have always had dogs growing up. I think they used to have like a Great Dane, and his name was Nemo, and he was like super duper duper tall.
They on the
what's
timer.
mine?
You want me to turn it off?
Let me see. My mom got a dog. I think my dad bought her a dog for her birthday one year, and it got ran over like directly in front of our house.
You have anything other than dogs? Like any other pets?
I had a bunny. I had a bunny.
Did it stink?
Man.
I heard bunnies
Yeah.
smell
That
like
whole basement.
bad.
Okay, so
Like it's like really nothing you can. It's not
If
you.
you're not-
It's their
yeah.
urine. It's like potent.
and when I was younger, and so like I loved her, and I think I got her for like my 10th birthday. Was it my 6th birthday? I think I got her for my 6th birthday, and she died for maybe my 10th or 11th.
Died?
Let me tell you. So I got surprised with her. I think I was begging for one. I named her Tink as her first name, and her middle name was and and her last name was Bell because I love Tinkerbell
How old
so
were you?
much. I was 6, and I've like always loved Tinkerbell, whatever. But
Tinkerbell is dope.
love her. They do. They stink. So I was younger, so my grandma would like come over and clean her cage out for me, and they poop so much. Oh my gosh, like so much. And well, that's different because of the type of cage I gave her this one. But whatever. So I had her. My dad got a Canarian. It's the guard dog.
I've always wanted one of them. That's bigger than a cane corso.
His name was
big.
Zeus. And he took him to go get trained. I think one day I was just sitting my mom, me, my little sister, we were all just sitting in the kitchen. And this little puppy just came running through. And we were like, just jumping at our feet. Like, where did this come from? Like, why do you have this? We also had a teacup Yorkie at the time. His name was, dang. They're just on the tip of my tongue. And this was my favorite dog ever. They're going to be so mad. I forgot his name. Oh, my gosh. Whatever. Okay. So the Canarian, my dad went and got him like trained, like super, super trained. So he was a real life guard dog.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, like coming in the house, my sister brought her friend over. And for some reason, my sister let her friend walk in the house first before my sister. So they ended up like getting attacked really bad. It was really bad, like really, really bad, like really bad. I think my sister was on crutches after that, and her toe was messed up. But
do you know how big a Presa Canary is? Like that's like a cane corso, like
he got the ears and tails cut off, everything. Like,
yeah, like Skinny T had one. That's how I know one because he had one and he used to jump on me.
They're super sweet, loving dogs. They're loving dogs.
It's a gentle giant, but
when they sit at the door, they wait on you.
It's like a Sandlot dog.
So my bunny, he used to know how to break into our doors, into our room. Like we would lock our door because we had my bunny
or the
no
dog?
the dog.
Oh, okay.
I would keep her in my room, and he would know how to like jump up, push the door, like it was push the doorknob and get in, and he just would mess with it and break it. One day we were gone, and I think my uncle was painting our room and left the door open, and he went in there, and we came home. One time we came home and our room was like flipped upside down. Like we had like a big kitchen set, like huge up the wall. It was flipped over. Our mattress, pillows, everything was everywhere. And I'm like, "Where's my bunny?" I could not find her. I'm like, "Where's my bunny?" Like, so I left out, and I think my mom found her first, and she made me go outside. And I will never know what my bunny looks like, but to this day, my sister tells me she never wants to talk about what she's seen. That I do know, one time we were gone and went to gymnastics. I came home actually from school, and I was feeding her, me and my little sister. And I'm like, "Mom, like she looks blind. Like she looks like she can't see out of one of her eye." And we took her to the vet, and I was like frantic. And he made her blind in one of her eyes. So like in the middle of the night, you would have to give her these drops, and like in the middle of the night, her eye would glow. He made her blind, and then after that, he ended up killing her, and I think her neck was broken. And everything was just, he killed her. I told my dad I hated him. I told him I never was coming back to this house. My dad lived there, and I'm like, I was never coming back. I made him bury her.
At 6?
I made him, no, I had her for years at this point.
Oh, okay.
I had her for years. So I made him dig a hole. He thought this was funny. My dad is a very ignorant person. So this whole time, he thinking, oh, this is funny. I made him dig a hole before he went to work in our backyard and bury her. So new people have moved in there, but that was like a family house. So we had that for years. I moved in there when I was no more than 1. And we have cats, dogs, the bunny buried back there. We have everything buried back there.
Pet cemetery?
So whoever lives there now, they have like everything back there.
That's wild.
Like
You remember the funeral for Biggie Smalls?
Who's
R.I.P.
Biggie
that boy.
Smalls?
It was the only fish that we really had that survived.
I've never had a fish.
Because I started taking care. It was really Mariah's fish originally.
See, the people who love the animals always end up taking care of it.
And then she was not. She stopped taking care of it. Then my mama gave up taking care of it, and I started taking care of it.
All right, y'all. It is segment 3 already. This is segment 3. That was quick, but this isn't a certain segment part, but most of it will be about like college. So I just want to know, How was your college experience? You know, parties, school, you know, etc.
Lit.
Lit,
And in one word, it was lit.
lit.
I'm not gonna lie. I probably at UC. I had some great years. At first, I did some dumb stuff. Like my first 2 years, I almost got kicked out of UC. Like my grades were terrible. That's how hard we was kicking it. Like I got there and immediately just started kicking it. Like,
You ain't the first person I heard.
and then like I got my stuff together because it was like my second year and I was like failing. Like GPA was I think a 1.8, 1.2, and
You was living.
yeah, like doing bare minimum, partying, kicking it, all that. So I was like on academic probation and everything, but I ended up getting my stuff together because I was like, I had two options. I could either just drop out or just finish out, and I decided to just get it together and finish out. But it was lit. Like we went to crazy parties, through crazy parties, like everything you could imagine. I got arrested, got everything. And that was when I got arrested, it was my first year. I was a freshman.
What?
hmm
What did you get arrested for?
What was the charge? Or you want to know the story?
I'm sorry.
We was at long story short, we was at a party. We was kicking it. I got wasted, real drunk. And the cops had came to shut the party down. It was probably like 10 cops. Like enough cops to where you look out the window, you can see the lights. So we leaving the party and I'm drunk and I'm dumb and I decided to take a piss. And I took a piss in front of the house. Like just like on the house in the front of the if
right here.
Somebody was like right here taking a piss. And then I heard somebody behind me say some shit and I was like, mind your fucking business. I said some smart shit. And cause
you're coming with me.
next thing you know, I finished what I'm doing and put my shit up, and as soon as I finish, boom, cuffs on. Cuffs on. So now it's hilarious because we all drunk, but I got my friends and I had cousins down there and they making this bigger than what it needed to be. I'm talking about they also Cam, they taking it away. They locking up the whole time.
Okay.
My drunk ass is sitting there like I actually did some shit. I'm sitting there like I actually did something crazy. The whole time my cousin calls our whole family. I really didn't I got detained. I had to go to court and stuff. I ended up getting charged with disorderly conduct. And that's still on my record. I gotta get that expunged. But yeah, I woke up that morning. I wasn't blacked out drunk, so I kind of knew what went on, but I was kind of confused. But I woke up to probably like 50 text messages and like 20 missed calls from family, like because my cousin called my grandfather. My grandfather called my dad. My dad called mommy, and just called the whole family and told them I got arrested. I'm in jail. So I'm waking up, people trying to get me, bail me out, and I'm at home drunk on the couch. I woke up at like 10 o'clock in the morning, confused as ever. And that was freshman year when I got arrested.
Are you still cousins with this cousin?
Yeah, that's my real cousin. She raw. She worked. I don't know if she still worked for L'Oreal, but she worked for L'Oreal in New York. That's the cousin that live in New York. She be traveling. Like she done been to Dubai. I think Thailand. Like she travel. She raw. Yeah.
Dang, that's still on your record?
Yeah, I can get it expunged though. I just didn't think it was that big of a deal. But bro, I tried to lift, and they told me I couldn't lift because of that.
Lift what?
Like
Lift like the car.
Uber Lyft, like, and they told me because that's still on my record I couldn't do it. Yeah, it was petty. That's one college story.
And I'm pretty sure you can go all day.
But yeah, college is fun. I mean, it should be a mixture of fun and like hard work, but I kind of had my fun first.
Well, depending on what people have fun.
Yeah.
Or
But
depending on what you're doing.
It's wild though, cause I was already kicking it like in high school, like heavy. So like going into college, I don't know why I went so crazy. Wasn't like I was one of those kids that My mom didn't let me do nothing. I was stuck in the house. But it was just something about being 4 hours away, having your own spot, and you can do whatever you want without having to answer to nobody.
You know who you sound like?
Yeah.
Jace.
He's going to be a problem.
You sound like Jace will be 2 times. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Jace sound like you times 2. You know Jace party
Hard.
hard and
We partied. Me and Mano specifically. Meech, he sometimes went out with us. But me and Mano, like, we, back then, the way you used to figure out it was a party, somebody would post on Instagram. And if you posted your party on Instagram, me and Mano took it as a personal fucking invite and came to that. Like, we would not know nobody in there. And we popping up at house parties. Like, but that's back when Cleveland wasn't, I wouldn't do that now. Yeah. Cleveland is 10 times worse than what it used to be. Like,
yeah, no, that's Jason Janiyah, literally.
Right there. Janiyah sent her cousin's party that said March 2nd to March 3rd.
9 p.m. until. Like, cause
to the cheer group chat, talking about Slide.
Yes,
we said, who is this?
Yeah, Zion told me earlier, he was like, I don't know if I just put this in the vlog, but I don't care. Zion was like, man, why would, he was like, guess who keep flirting with me guess who keep flirting with me? I'm like, who? I'm like, wait. I checked locations last night before I went to sleep, and I seen you and Janiyah was at the same location. I was like, you was at your friend party, wasn't you? He was like, yup. He was like, I was eating some wings, smacking it with the wrench, and all I felt was this on my shoulder. He said, he looked back, he was like, who? And it was Janiyah. It was like, hey, Z. It was like, hey, Z. I'm like, oh. But, yeah, Janiyah and Jay, they be at
Any party for Clyde.
literally any single party.
What's party today? You want to go to this party tonight? No.
I knew it was
they still have
fun.
literally the only party me and G have ever went to. Me, G, who else was there? Was Rain there? Rain was there. Joe. We all went. When we left,
really?
Guess who stayed? Cool. Jason Janiyah. Everybody leave. They rode with us and they still stayed.
That's because they smoke. We don't.
Yeah.
And the
party. It was a white people party. It was a mansion, like a mini mansion. It was a big house, but day parties only cool if you drinking these beers and.
Oh no! I didn't start drinking beer until college.
And the guy who was doing it, his parents were there the whole time.
The mom, when the police showed up the first time for the noise complaint, the mom came downstairs and was like, "Everybody, it's okay, I'll talk to him."
I mean, they party. If you just don't drink and stuff like that, you can't enjoy yourself.
Yeah, I agree.
Cool, and then it's also like the black kids who are cool with the white kids, and like Jason Janiyah got that side to them, like where they go and they talk like that, and they real friendly, so they can do that. And then you got the black kids who are just the black kids and cordial with the white people, but they also want to experience and have fun. So then all the black kids came to this party. When I say all the black kids was in one room and all the white people just walked around the whole house.
Yeah, I think we have a story like that, but I don't know why we did this.
Everybody was in one room. Please, when the police came, I was like, come on. They came one time, they left, then they came back again. And I was like, I'm looking for Josie. I'm like, where is she at? Let's go. The police went this way. We went this way. They came back this way. We went this way.
When I got there, I'm like,
so good.
I'm like, wait. Now I'm thinking about it. Why would all the black people go to one room? I'm like, that could have been the most stupidest thing. Luckily, it was cool. But that could have been the most stupidest thing we ever done. I'm talking about it's half finished basement, half unfinished, right? Like, you know how some people like to put their deep freezer in the back?
Yeah.
We all downstairs. All the black people push like with the back of the basement, and then all the other kids go to like the finish side. I'm like, why would all the black? I'm looking. I'm like, wait. We all black in here. I'm like, why would we do this?
If the cops would have seen the black people drinking, it would have been a problem with the white people.
The cops were the first people. Like the room was like, this the room. The stairs are right here. The first thing you see is that room when you come back.
I'm like, why would we do this?
The black kids was stealing the stuff out we was taking Gatorades. They was back there eating chips.
He goes out the free and the deep free. He was like, everybody want something to drink?
It's free reign.
I'm like,
they had so much stuff down there. They had a lot of stuff.
They were like, yeah,
It was just not fun. It wasn't cool. It's cool to get out, but no.
So you technical difficulties, y'all. The SD card got a little full. Had a bucket earlier today, and I ain't had time to clear the card. But the next question is, What made you join fraternity?
I seen it. I experienced the Kappas like early on when we used to go visit UC. Like I probably was like, whenever mommy and your dad got married, that was the first time I went to Cincy for like an extended period of time by myself. That's when I went to my first frat party. I was probably like 14.
With who?
My uncle, he was a Kappa.
14 is wild.
Yeah, it was lit. That's when I was like, I looked around. I'm a 14-year-old kid at a college party. I'm sitting on the couch the whole time. I'm talking about Skinny T was there. Everybody you know was there. They was just kicking it, and I was just a little kid sitting on the couch like this, just taking it all in. And I was like, yeah. When I get here, this gotta be it. And I was salty because like I didn't get that full experience because again I was stupid at the beginning. I could have crossed my freshman or senior year, or freshman or sophomore year, but my grades wasn't good enough. So I was ready. I was ready by my junior and senior year, but they ended up getting suspended. So I had to do alumni chapter, which is after I graduated.
Oh, I was gonna ask if people do that.
Yeah. So as long as you graduated, most regions have an alumni chapter that you can also cross through. So, but once I seen that, then I also wanted to, once they start telling me more about the fraternity, I wanted to also prove to myself that I can get it done. Because I looked up to Hank, of course. So I was like, I can do this too. So, yeah.
Okay, wait until the wedding when they all do that thing. Everybody be in a circle.
At your wedding you're doing that?
Yeah, it's a hymn that we sing.
It's pretty cool.
And then after that, I'm going to have my dean probably choreograph some type of show. I don't want to do the regular. Yeah, you can make one up. But I don't want to do the regular one that we always do, which is called.
Really quick?
Absolutely not. I haven't strolled in I don't know how long. I haven't strolled since before I had surgery. I don't even know if I can get low like that though.
I only have my sister.
And then, do you see the specs?
No, I don't usually get up and dance or anything or stroll. Not to say it like that, but.
What you want them to throw something up?
Yeah, what do you do?
That's the yo.
Yo?
Yeah.
What do you guys say?
We don't do the other stuff.
You can't do that.
Nah. I had to think about it on some, I shouldn't do that shit. Yeah.
Well, what do you say?
Yo. Like the cues, I think they bark or whatever, we say yo.
I'm not really educated
like yo.
on this type of stuff.
You'll see it more once you go to college. I think, you know where you want to go?
No.
But most colleges, you'll see, and it's like a whole experience. Like I still didn't understand the whole Greek culture. Like I said, my first experience was that party. But then, like once I started to go to school, I saw the events that they held. Like they'll have like a yard party where they're all like, that's the most lit stuff. Like yeah, and they'll be on your campus and y'all all come out. It's like a big block party on campus, and it'd be lit. It'll like all the black people get together, and they just kick it all night. That's where you'll see them stroll, and you'll get immersed in the culture for sure. But I strongly suggest anybody be a part of Divine Nine. Like I do plan on being more involved, like eventually, but I had to get my shit together first.
Did you have to go through like everything like not regular that a college kid like went through to get in?
To get into what, the fraternity?
Mhm.
Like what you do?
Like when they begin to be.
Kappa Alpha Psi is a non-hazing fraternity.
They don't beat y'all.
No, it's a non-hazing fraternity.
Oh, nice, really?
Oh, so
what fraternity?
are the Q dogs? Are they?
I can't speak for no other organization, but Kappa Alpha Psi fraternity ain't working.
I always wonder why they do that. What's the point?
Of what?
I hope nobody give me a face.
No, ain't nobody. If people,
Are they gonna say that?
it'd be some people, I call them like super Greeks. I'm not no super Greek. I'm not extra
I'm
when
just
people.
curious because I always wondered why people like why.
I think it's
what
more
that
of the,
is
it's
for
a
them.
culture thing. It's like, just basically, it's
I've just seen people.
it's from like back in the day. It's old cultures. It's like old, what do they call it? Not rituals, but like traditions. That's what they are.
Yeah.
It's like old traditions that just got passed on from generation to generation, or like year by year. Every year, usually in the spring and the fall, they'll cross a new line, and they just want them to be immersed in the same thing that the past has had. So.
But it's just like you just look at them and be like, I'm like, YouTube real quick and let me see what you can do.
From my understanding, it's more to it than that. It should be more to it than that. It's more of a learning experience, and it should teach you a lot. But that's just what I heard.
I still don't understand why
Yeah.
you just say like, I'm teaching you this lesson and I'm about to bruise you up and beat you to your rib or something.
Yeah, it's definitely crazy.
Yeah, I don't really need to look at it. I forgot. Yeah, that's really, really crazy. What was my next question? Oh, you said you wanted to be more involved. Are you like involved now? Like, do you still like communicate with?
Oh yeah, I'm still in the group message. I know what's going around in the city. Like we got the Cleveland alumni chapter. I got a couple connects in there that I've already spoken to. We got group messages. I'm in the group messages, so it's more about me taking action rather than like knowing what's going on.
Yeah.
But it's kind of rough too, cause like I crossed in Cincinnati, so a lot of my connections, a lot of my people down there in Cincinnati, I do know a good amount of people from here because I'm from here. But it's just like being where you cross that and where people are at where you crossed. It's just easier to connect and do stuff with them rather than, you know what I'm saying, branching out to another part of it. So.
Right. I just dozed off in my brain. I had something to ask you and I forgot really, really quickly. I forgot. Well, yeah, I forgot.
I think this might be the last question, unless you come up with one. What do you picture for your future? This can be like as job, family, location, moving, house, etc.
How far in the future we talking? 5, 10, 20?
I think when I said that, I meant like when you're like set, like not,
Where do you want to be?
Yeah,
Type.
like when you feel like you're good and stuff.
20 acres,
Yeah.
homestead, foster farms, large family. I want at least 4 to 5 kids, to be honest. And it's crazy because I used to only want one, but after having one, I definitely want like 4 or 5.
That's so crazy to say.
I don't want to work a 9 to 5 anymore. I want to have passive income. I mean, I will continue to work out because I'm not going to lie to you. At first, starting out in corporate America, your 9 to 5 is a 9 to 5. But now that I work my way up, don't do too much. I'm just managing people. So, I mean, and that's the most part. I'm making sure they're doing what they're supposed to do, pretty much. So it's like, but I still have to be there from 9 to 5. So, like, that's my restraint there. But I would prefer to have multiple passive sources of income. I want to get into real estate. I want to buy my own property, like, in the next year or so. That's been my goal, but getting my stuff right for that.
What about becoming the next dub?
The next dub? I'm trying to get better with the social media.
I
And
feel
post
I'm
more. Like,
telling
I
you.
got plenty.
People want to see this.
I got so much stuff to record, and I got the GoPro. I got so much footage on my GoPro, and it's insane. But I don't know. I don't know what it is.
YouTube and search up videos and watch stuff like that.
Yeah, it's
I'm telling them.
again, that day y'all was here would have been a great day to film myself, because like y'all, I know y'all walked in like, what the hell is this? What is he doing? It's dirt everywhere, but it's like that would have been a great video. And I watched a lot of YouTube videos of the same stuff that I do, like other people do, and they make millions. So definitely a possibility once I get more comfortable, kind of get more time. I really recently what it's been is just time. I barely am able to touch my phone, let alone edit a video. So
What I would do is
I hear that a lot.
probably. I'm not saying you gotta do it exactly now, but once you get like more say, you think like y'all might be on a move soon, I would just start vlogging on the phone just so you don't get comfortable. I'm not saying you gotta
That's
post them.
another thing. I want to start blogging on my phone, but
Just start walking around.
I gotta upgrade big time. So.
But I'm saying like you don't even have to post them. I'm talking about like just literally just record. Like I probably recorded 100+ vlogs, but there's only less than 20 on the channel. There's so many vlogs that I vlog and don't ever post. It's just because I just know it's not the best content that people want to see, but it was just to get comfortable. Like when I think
behind the camera.
that the first vlog that we posted last week, we filmed 2 vlogs before that and then post them. We did the mukbang at the food spot. We did the pickup.
That
we
vlog
went to go
was
get them shoes. I think we still might post the one we went to go get the shoes in rain, but like, you know what I mean? We just getting comfortable in front of the camera. So that's what I would, if I was you, just start on your phone.
I
and watch
enjoy
your moves.
vlogs like that too. Like that shit was hilarious. Like, y'all whole going out for breakfast.
And that video
was
was really
hilarious.
supposed to be totally different.
I know that, but that's the best
So
part of it. It was authentic and like it was low key aspects in there. It was like couple things that you'll see like it was hilarious. Like when I think it was slow for Giselle. I'm not staying here. But you know something. We gotta do the video. And then it was like he was standing in the parking lot. I'm like, I guess we gotta go. I'm like,
I was heated.
I was at work cracking up.
I was heated. The moment we walked in, she like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm like, oh. Quincy like, oh, the YouTube video.
I'm not gonna lie to you, Giselle, though. There's some fat shit to say.
You would say.
But the longer you wait, the better the food be. Like, if you gotta wait an hour or two for the food, it's a good chance that food is fire.
Okay, well, we could go back and do a video, but I wasn't waiting. I was hungry. I wasn't waiting. And by the time we got to Cracker Barrel, sat down, I looked at Lynette. Was it in the video?
Yeah.
And
You was like, it's been an hour.
Bro,
It's been an hour. Y'all would have been sitting down.
I don't even think this was in there, but after we recorded, it was like, all right, I guess we going to Cracker Barrel. You know, they went into that Subway, the parking lot that we was in, went to go grab cookies and Gatorade, and we sat out in there for 5 minutes trying to figure out what we was going to go.
Oh, no. You
Wasted 15
Did y'all
minutes.
stay on the list?
It took 12 minutes to get to Cracker Barrel. That's another 15. That's 30 minutes. Then by the time we put our name, that's another 15.
I was about to say Cracker Barrel was probably
45 minutes just to.
Walgreens too. I ran and went to the store.
And she went to, and then after we sat down,
No way.
it took like 40 minutes to get our food.
Oh my god.
We got to that breakfast spot at like noon,
Which one y'all
maybe
go to?
12:30. We didn't leave Cracker Barrel until 4:30. We would have got our food, but before the one in Twinsburg.
Eating Cracker Barrel at 4. Well, y'all probably don't eat. I don't think y'all got breakfast. Oh no, you
I
did.
did.
No, I got
At
breakfast.
4:30?
I got
I
breakfast.
did.
3-4 o'clock.
Bro, when we ordered, it was like 2.
From Cracker Barrel.
I was
I've never had.
Yeah, you fried. When I be judging people when I see them eat other stuff at Cracker Barrel besides breakfast.
Golden Corral or something.
Yeah, and
Wait, did you have
the rest of the
breakfast?
food is not good.
I've never-
I've tried it. I tried the burgers. I tried the fish. Did I try that country fried steak stuff? I don't think I tried.
I got all breakfast, but I
I'm
got
gonna go to
the
Crowd
steak.
for
I got the
that.
loaded steak fries for my appetizer. That was actually good, but I only got the breakfast. They
And
got
that
these
was
like
wrong.
steak fries with like cheese, bacon, and then I ordered that as an appetizer, and it came out as we was leaving. I'm like, no, I'm not paying for this. So I'm like, she wiped it off my check. I'm like, we literally could have did a full on video by the time y'all, but we probably gonna go back and do it. We had to film the mukbang. Oh yeah, y'all. Another interruption, but like I was saying, we might end up posting that food spot. But this has been, let's see, it's not the longest episode. I think the longest one was the second episode, hour 45. But this is the second longest episode. Probably after editing, it's probably gonna be about an hour and 15. I would say after the clips I just looked at, I think it added up to like 71 minutes before editing. So
This vlog?
yeah, I just did the like mental math. It was after. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But after we add it, no, it's probably gonna be about an hour 15. But oh, should we add some clips of the tank in there?
Yeah.
Okay.
For when we talk about it.
This is probably the best setup we
Setup,
didn't have. I don't know. We might be back because this.
You're more than welcome to
Well, I say,
use
this is a crazy.
You gotta come back and get my Keela. She said she gotta have her hair done and
Oh yeah,
nails
we
done and
when we do that episode, we need
I'm
everybody.
like, okay.
We have to wait until she got her lashes, all of that.
Well, yeah, y'all more than welcome to use this space whenever y'all want.
But this is definitely dope. But I hope y'all enjoyed today's podcast. It is another week, another episode. All right, y'all. We'll catch y'all on the next one. It's The Life of Us. It's Lon.
And G, welcome to my vlog.
And Cam.
And we out. We'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.